Hello everyone, this is Jason from GLN Podcast, and we are talking about E3 this week. I am joined by Tony,
Hey, how you going?
as well as Adem,
Yo,
and Toki.
Sup, guys?
Hey, so this week has been E3 week, so there's been a lot of video press conferences and a lot of content out there about older video gaming stuff for the next 6 to 12 months. So, what do you guys think about E3 so far?
Oh, man. I'm loving Nintendo right now.
I have to
Yeah,
agree. Nintendo did a pretty good show compared to. Well, they kind of needed to make a good show considering their history at the moment with the Wii U, and to see all these like Wii U games come out and showcase, some of the best things that they need to do to kind of take advantage of the system. It's looking good.
It's a good follow-up for after they're releasing Mario Kart 8 as well.
Yeah, like the timing was actually pretty good, to be honest.
Yeah, it was really good.
Yeah.
I think I was pretty hyped with the pretty much some of the things I was showing. Like they announced a new Star Fox game. I didn't see that coming. I actually forgot all about that. Also, actually showing us a bit more of X. I was a bit like
Well, I wanted to see more, but yeah, that's a shame.
of X or
Oh, X, yeah. They showed
Yeah.
like a few seconds of the trailer.
oh no, they showed some gameplay footage on the treehouse thing they had. Like about half an hour or so.
Yeah, 45 minutes actually. I watched the whole
man.
thing.
Yeah, same actually. I stayed up all night watching all of that treehouse, and yeah, I'm tired.
Yeah, so Nintendo definitely did a really, really good job. It's actually really, really weird because Nintendo didn't actually have a conference at E3. They did it through what was it, Nintendo Digital Conference?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what do you guys think of what do you guys think of Nintendo's presentation? Because instead of having like a presenter come up and talk in front of the stage, it was actually this like weird like claymated stop frame animation thing that they had going on.
Yeah,
Oh,
Robot
man.
Chicken.
Yeah,
God.
they got it based off real.
Yeah.
Iwata versus Reggie was amazing. Oh,
Yeah,
this
I
was
actually cracked up
so-
laughing. I was
Yeah.
in tears at that.
Like-
I'm like, this is the funniest thing I've ever seen.
I was trying so hard to keep quiet because my housemate was sleeping. I'm like, oh my god, this thing is amazing. What am I watching?
I'm not sure if you guys are aware of it. Maybe Jason is, but I liked how it looked like there was a bit of JoJo Bizarre's Adventure. Yeah.
Holy crap, it did. When Iwata did that punch, all I could think of was
And all of a sudden, the boss of Nintendo is like Luigi, in the start of it as well.
that headbutt.
Yeah.
the headbutt.
Yeah. That's so good.
Like when I was watching that, I thought, oh wait, please, like the Mii can just like imitate any character, and then
Yeah.
like, oh maybe Iwata was like Luigi Mii, but then nah, it was there's only 3 Miis.
Uh,
So yeah, so obviously Smash Bros was a really big centerpiece in Nintendo's press conference, eh? So
Yeah.
what do you guys? Because now that they've shown quite a bit of Smash Bros 4 for Wii and 3DS, what do you guys think about it?
I think they showed way too much. Like, it just kept going. Treehouse, the digital event, the invitational tournament was pretty cool, but man, I was like, that's a bit too much there.
The thing is, the thing I was kind of a bit disappointed with was that they had to delay their 3DS release.
Oh, did they delay it?
Yeah, they delayed it to October.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it really, really sucks because we were all expecting to play it around like June or like July.
Yeah, during the holiday season, but
Yeah, and the thing about that it means that when people that were maybe keen to get the 3DS version because it's going to be about 6 months in advance, now they might have to rethink their options and like maybe I'll just wait a couple months and just get the Wii U version. So I don't know if Nintendo is aware, but they might actually lose sales because of that too.
I don't know. It's both offer a kind of a different experience sort of thing to a degree. Plus, is there actually a definitive date for the Wii U version?
It just says holiday.
not really. Yeah.
Yeah, it
Nice.
says it's going to be holiday this 2014, so I assume it would be around either
December?
November or December. Yeah,
Yeah.
3DS is on October 3rd.
yeah.
I'm pretty sure that I'm pretty sure it's going to come out like before Christmas because anyone who hasn't been sold on Wii U as a console yet, they're going to jump on the bandwagon just for Smash Bros. I reckon.
Yep.
Well, a lot of like teenagers' Christmas present it's gonna be a Wii U
Yeah.
Pretty
for
much, yeah.
Smash Bros.
But I can't imagine them saying, "Oh my God, Wii U!" Ah! They're just going to be like, "Oh yeah, Wii U, Smash Brothers." It'll be more about the Smash Brothers hype, not the fact that they got the console itself. I reckon.
I don't know. I've been monitoring generally the public reaction to the whole Nintendo event, and seems like a lot of people are really interested in the Wii U, not purely for Smash Bros, but also for other titles such as X, Bayonetta 2, which I was surprised about. Seems to generate some hype for the system as well as a few other titles as well. And I think the Star Fox announcement as well kind of pushed it a little bit. But yeah, that's about it.
Yeah. So talking about all the other games that Nintendo talked about during their conference. So they talked about quite a couple of other games as well. So you said they talked about Bayonetta. So what are your thoughts on Bayonetta 2, man?
Oh man. Like, this is coming from a guy whose very first PS2 game was Devil May Cry and has been a fan since, and absolutely love Bayonetta 1. I am really excited for Bayonetta 2. It looks like what I want from Platinum Games as Bayonetta 2, and I didn't really care too much about the Nintendo costumes, but the fact that you get Bayonetta 2 plus Bayonetta 1, it's just amazing. It's like you have the entire package right there. I'm super psyched for it.
Yeah.
Wait, what do you mean by plus like Bayonetta 1?
No,
Does it
like
include...
in the announcement, like Bayonetta 1 is included in Bayonetta 2's disc. So,
Whoa, really?
yeah. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
didn't know
missed that. Yeah, I missed that as well. Whoa.
Yeah, dude.
Oh,
So
that-
like when you
that's
buy
huge
when you
news.
buy Bayonetta 2, you get Bayonetta 1 as well for Wii
The
U.
Wii U. Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah.
That is actually a really good deal.
Yeah, so basically you have to buy the physical copy of it. They didn't really say if you buy the physical copy of Bayonetta 2, do you get a download code to get Bayonetta 1, or is there actually a physical copy of it inside of like 2 discs? But either way, I'm really psyched. I already got Bayonetta 1. I wouldn't mind owning a second copy of it.
I'm pretty keen.
Yeah.
Like and I'm pretty sure that Nintendo would have some additional content for Bayonetta 1 as well, like packed into it.
Oh yeah,
Like
we got the
just costumes. Or...
Yeah, the costumes. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
That
Actually-
looks really good.
Did anyone actually see when they were showing up Bayonetta 2 on the treehouse, and you saw the Princess Peach costume?
Oh, the
Yeah.
Prince Peach.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
saw Princess Peach and Metroid. Yeah.
Oh, because did you notice that, like, when you do the Princess Peach costume, and I'm not sure if you guys played Bayonetta, but when you do attacks, and it's like, oh, there's a foot, oh, there's a fist, and all that sort of stuff, like some demonic feet and hands.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the hair comes out, yeah.
Yeah, this time around, if you're wearing the Princess Peach costume, it's like, oh, it's Bowser's legs, and it's Bowser's arms.
Yeah, I saw that in the trailer as well. That was really, really cool.
That's pretty funny actually.
So yeah,
And it
so-
seems-
So if you're wearing like Link's costume, it's gonna be like Ganon or something. I assume.
Well,
I think the swords look better when you're wearing the Link costume.
I think, it's like, it's a Master Sword, and there's a lot of sounds that come from Legend of Zelda, and
Yeah.
to be honest, Nintendo has been working closely with Platinum Games to, kind of give, some extra stuff for the costumes as well, so they recommended that, with Link do this, with Samus do this, so it's pretty cool. Nintendo's really supporting Platinum Games for this new release.
Yeah. Well, like Nintendo's a company. Like I swear, every time where Nintendo brings a new sort of third-party game and ports it over to the Wii U, often you get like older Nintendo like skins and costumes. So
Yeah.
Bayonetta isn't even the first one because I remember Tekken Tag Tournament 2. They just like put in like older like Mario and Luigi costumes as well.
Yeah.
It happens all the time.
I think the earliest one I've seen is Soul Calibur 2 when you get to play as Link in that version.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Good time.
talking about the other games in Nintendo's press conference, they also talked about Yoshi Woolly World.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
What do you guys think about that? Because like it kind of draws upon like this whole wool type play style that Kirby had.
Yeah.
Do you reckon they're running out of ideas or what?
I'll let someone start actually before I put my thoughts in. I've been starting all the time.
I don't know. Like I reckon Nintendo they've only got like 8 or something different IPs, and I think Yoshi and Kirby are like the guinea pigs. They're like, hey, let's have like all these creative gameplay ideas, and let's just like shove them onto like Kirby and shove them onto Yoshi.
Yeah.
So I think it's a really cool game concept, but I think that they could have legit just like made like a new IP for it, instead of like pushing it onto a Yoshi game.
It
That's
looks
a good-
cool though. It's just super cute.
Yeah, it's almost like it's targeting like the. I don't know. I don't know if I could say like I don't want to be sexist or anything, but it's almost like it's targeting a more of a female-orientated target. Like
Yeah.
I can't kind of imagine me playing a game like that. Like I used to love like Super Mario World 2. Like that was epic. Like who hasn't played that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's starting to go along. I'm kind of getting kind of pushed away because it wasn't. It's becoming kind. I don't know if you guys think this, but it's becoming a little bit too cute.
Like
And
as we get older and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
because we're growing up with that kind of stuff,
Mhm.
And then it's starting to be like, like it looks good. Like it looks like it's got fun gameplay and stuff, but I can't imagine myself playing it.
I'll have to disagree on that one actually. First off, you know the Kirby game on the Wii? I think it's Epic Yarn or something.
Yeah.
Yep.
That was supposed to be like an all new thing. Kirby was not meant to be in it. It was just going to be like some original character. Then they changed it to Kirby. So
Uh-huh.
I assumed that it was going to be like some sort of new IP, and I can understand why there was a ball of yarn sort of thing happening there. It's more of well, if you look at the Yoshi game and the Kirby game, you see that having a theme of the yarn seems to look really different in presentation and everything. So I assume that instead of making your standard platform game, jump, run, and all that sort of stuff, it's like, oh, here's a ball of yarn, and here's all the creativity and all that sort of stuff there. So I think it's more of not really the cutesy sort of thing. Nintendo's always been about
Creativity.
yeah, exactly, creativity, something for everyone, whether you're a young child, an old person, male, female. I think it's trying to broaden it and at the same time have a new element in terms of platform. It does seem like it's more of a female sort of thing, but I guess Nintendo's like saying, try and think outside the box. It's more of, what happens if the entire world is a ball of yarn sort of thing.
Or in this case, with the new Kirby game, Play-Doh.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, that was pretty cool actually. I actually did not really care about the game until I saw Treehouse, and then I was like, I was looking at the gameplay, I was like, this actually looked really fun and addictive actually.
Yeah, it's like, like with the Kirby games and Yoshi Woolly World, like, because I listen to people and they say, oh, like you're playing these games and like if you're in a bad mood, playing those video games is like really chill.
Yeah.
After salty rematch.
It's not even that. It's like let's say you come back from work after like a bad day and just like you chill and play those video games. It's really it puts you in a really positive mood. And it's like really chill.
Mm.
So yeah, so I do see like I reckon people don't want to play these games because they don't want to say like, hey, I like playing Yoshi Woolly World or Kirby Epic Yarn, but I reckon these games are actually like pretty legit fun. I think everyone's just got like a macho thing going on, so they can't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, talking about using the different Nintendo IP, you know how they talked about Toad Treasure Tracker?
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
that.
Oh, yeah.
It looked alright. Like Shy Guy was like trying to kill Toad.
Yeah.
I thought that was a really good game actually from the gameplay. It's like, so instead of having another Mario game, just have, some sort of maybe a new IP, and just how the game looks and plays. It actually looks like one of those games where you play for like half an hour, have a great fun, more of a casual game to play, but it looks pretty fun.
It actually reminded me of Pokemon Snap.
Oh,
Like,
really?
Yeah, you use your Wii pad to actually like shoot the piranha plants, I think.
Oh, yeah,
I'm like, whoa, this is like just like Pokemon Snap.
yeah.
Yeah. So that was pretty cool. The new Legend of Zelda.
Whoa.
the graphics on that.
It looks pretty good.
Yeah, like the graphic style, look really really good. But then again, like after having the Wii U out for all this time, you figured Nintendo would have like had to put out like a really high definition Legend of Zelda. We didn't really get to see much of the game though, eh?
Nah.
Mm.
The new Link just looked like the female.
I've heard that character that shot the bow at that monster in the video that
Yeah.
may not actually be Link.
Like,
I heard the same thing
Zelda?
as well.
Oh, okay.
It could be Zelda or like Link's girlfriend or Link's mom, whatever.
It does look like Link, though.
Yeah.
You gotta admit, that's the person that you thought it was.
I
Yeah,
have to, yeah.
but he doesn't have his like green cap though. Doesn't
No, I'm pretty sure it was green.
No, he didn't wear a
No,
cap.
it was light.
Yeah, he didn't wear a cap at all.
You know,
Oh,
he
okay.
didn't wear a cap. His tunic was like light blue, I think, as well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
his old costume was like completely different to any Link at all.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the costume was different, yeah.
Yeah.
So like people aren't sure if that's actually Link though. So that'll be really interesting to see.
Yeah, I had a lot of speculation about how it could be, like, pretty much it said that Nintendo hasn't actually confirmed if it's actually Link in the trailer itself, and they also and they also said something about it's a possibility that it could be like Link's child or something like that, or someone doesn't even actually use a sword. So that special bow and arrow you saw there, and the whole blade thing, it could be that this new character doesn't actually have swordsmanship under his or her belt. It could be like a different character altogether.
The Master Bow.
Yeah.
A whole game, it's just like a whole like just using a bow for the whole game. Just like attaching different things to your bow.
It could be like Call of Duty Legend of Zelda edition. Just shoot everything.
Dude, talking about like Call of Duty, there were so many first-person shooters this year. Like there were so many shooters.
Yeah.
So many shooters. I swear, like both the Sony and the Xbox conference, they both had like 4 different shooters or something. It's crazy. But
Wow.
Nintendo, they finally got around to making a shooter as well.
Splatoon.
Splatoon.
Dude.
Oh, that. Yeah,
That
that
game
was
looks
pretty
mad
fun.
as hype. I want to get that.
I don't know. I reckon like I think Nintendo realized like, hey, we need to get in on this shooter action. Like, how can we do it Nintendo style? Like, how do we make it
Yeah.
friendly?
Squids.
Squids and paintballs.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like paintball, man. And so,
Yeah.
like you can see that there's a lot of like really good game design in terms of like the shooting aspects and the mechanics of it. But it's really just like a shooting game at the end of the day, eh?
It looks fun though. It's really fun.
To be honest, that type of game isn't my sort of thing, but when I saw the gameplay footage and saw, you can actually get in the paint, kind of, move really fast here and there, that sort of thing, I was like, okay, so it's not what I thought. It wasn't like something that, it seems cookie cutter. It just seems to be an interesting take on that type of game.
Yeah, like I don't know. I think Nintendo's trying to make it so they can compete in the shooter market, but then again, it's like aimed at kids, and because kids they pretty much have access to Call of Duty anyways. Why would a kid play Splatoon over like Call of Duty, whatever?
Honestly, I can see more adults playing this game, to be honest.
Yeah.
So it's like in Call of Duty you have all the 12-year-old kids, and then Splatoon you've got like a super adult community.
20, 30 years old.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
They're talking about like the old retro Nintendo games.
GoldenEye or whatever.
GoldenEye, Super Mario Bros. 3. Back in my day, we had real games.
Pretty
Yeah.
much.
But yeah, Hyrule Warriors, dude.
It's like Dynasty Warriors. No, wait. Is it Dynasty Warriors?
Yeah, Dynasty
Yeah,
Warriors, man.
yeah. Looks really, really good. Like, the attack animations and like... I was pretty surprised, actually.
I was actually impressed with how it performed with all those enemies on the screen at once. It didn't seem to have like dropped any frame rate or anything while they were showing it off. Yeah.
if you ever seen a Dynasty Warriors game, like especially like on a 360 and PS3 and that, like it's always been like that. It's mostly a Dynasty Warriors game compared to a Legend of Zelda game. So I was not surprised when you just have masses and masses of enemies and you just consistent frame rate and everything.
Yeah, well, that's a key to like these sort of like hack and slash games. You need to have them like up there in like 60 frames per second.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it just doesn't feel smooth, eh? But it's pretty cool. You get to play as a lot of different characters in this. So right now that they've only like revealed
Link,
Link.
Midna, and Zelda.
and Impa.
Oh, and
Yeah,
Impa,
Impa,
yeah,
yeah.
Yeah. But I remember when they were talking about it as well. They said that there's actually going to be there's going to be a lot of other characters in there. So it's like
Yeah,
if
yeah.
if you've ever thought about playing a certain character in the Legend of Zelda series, you probably can play them in Hyrule Warriors. So that probably pretty much means that you can play as like as a
Epona.
Goron and
That'd be pretty cool, like the Zora and
Yeah.
all them.
Skull Kid.
Skull Kid, yeah, I reckon that would be a popular
Yeah.
one. Yeah.
I think there's actually a rough number of about 9 people. Because I think on the character selection screen, I think there was the 4 characters you can play as, and I think there was like another 5 spots
Slots.
that wasn't. Slots. Sorry.
Revealed,
So,
yeah.
so it could be that there could be 9 characters in total, or maybe there's going to be even more as DLC. But who knows?
yeah. I would not be surprised if they had like a joke character in there, like Tingle or something.
Oh man.
Tingle trolling around the game, throwing maps at people.
Nintendo, they'll probably do it.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Probably.
So what do you guys reckon of Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire?
It looks good. All the fossil Pokemon are getting Mega Evolutions, and oh yeah, and today Mega Sableye just got confirmed.
Mega
Whoa.
Sableye?
Yeah, a video just came out today.
Shit.
It looks so boring as well.
He has like his like crystals of ruby, like the one in his eyes. It just became massive, and he uses it as a shield or a surfboard, or I don't know what it is. It's just
He uses his eyes as a surfboard.
No.
looks Go ahead.
It's like it looks like just himself, but as if all of a sudden there's a giant ruby or something in front of him. So it's as if it just came out of nowhere or something. So it looks really bland and boring.
Yeah, it doesn't look nearly as epic as Mega Marsh Tom.
Yeah, exactly.
You see that? It's just like he's like so big.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I suppose the last bit with the Nintendo press release, anyways, the latest character that they revealed for Smash Bros. The reveal trailer was really really good. I thought that was really really good.
Yeah.
Wait, are we talking? Which character are we talking about? Because there were
2 of them.
Palutena.
Yeah, okay.
there were actually 2. Yeah,
Yeah, so Palutena.
yeah.
That trailer
looked
was really
good.
really cool.
Yeah, I like that.
I honestly thought they was actually they were announcing an anime
Yeah.
series or something like that, and I was like,
Yeah.
oh, it's actually a character. Okay, cool.
I was watching on Twitch, and everyone's like, "Oh, Smash anime confirmed!" and then Palutena just landed and just destroyed Pit, and everyone's like, "Oh my god!"
Anime confirmed for Brawl.
Yeah.
They
Looks really good.
the hardest thing for an anime though is would be the licensing, I reckon.
Yeah.
Just to get the rights to use all the characters in an anime that's not a Smash Bros game would have been really really hard. But that was really really cool. But there was another character that entered the fight.
Oh
And,
yeah.
no one expected it, to be honest.
Really? I kind of.
I did.
Yeah,
Really?
I kind of expected it. Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of.
I did not expect
Everyone expected Pac-Man to join the fight.
Yeah.
it. I did
No.
not. I was
thought-
really surprised.
I was thinking you got Sonic, he's iconic, he's part of Sega, so it was a rivalry between Nintendo, and then you got Mega Man, who's such a big retro icon,
Yeah, everyone.
and then Pac-Man is like an icon of the arcades where Nintendo first came about with the games and stuff like that. Pac-Man's a massive icon in gaming, so I would have been surprised if Pac-Man wasn't actually in it.
Especially since Namco is helping out as well with the game.
Yeah, exactly.
That's true because Namco Bandai is making it, isn't it this time?
Oh no, they're more like contributing.
Yeah.
Sorry Limited is still helping out. Yeah.
Even Sakura said it that Namco Bandai is helping, and everyone wanted Hitachi to be in it.
Yes.
I just wanted Reggie.
Yeah.
Just give me
Well,
Reggie.
me confirmed.
Yeah. So so what do you reckon? So there's going with the Mii fighters. There's going to be like brawler, sword fighter, and gunner Mii's. Like, do you reckon they're not gonna? They're probably not going to be available for tournament play, eh?
No, it's only for friends only.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, I did not care too much about that. I was like, cool, where's my Ridley?
He's like a stage boss or something.
Oh,
Yeah.
he was in Brawls, but who
Yeah.
knows? It's Sakurai. He's a massive troll.
Yep.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
Not as bad as Nintendo, like trolling about, oh, what about Mother 3? Oh, nothing. What about Star Fox? Hey, it's a new game.
But yeah. So that was yeah. So Nintendo conference actually did really well. It was actually a really short conference. Nintendo only had a 1 hour conference, whereas Sony and Xbox they had like 1 hour and a half, like 90-minute, 100-minute like conferences.
Yeah.
So yeah, so that was pretty cool, and like yeah, it was like really well animated and stuff. What did you guys think about the Xbox conference?
That was pretty good, actually. I enjoyed it. They announced a lot of games. They showcased a lot of things. Personally, I kind of like the Microsoft one a little bit more than the Sony one. Especially because they gave what the Halo fans wanted, a Halo collection. They announced a new game of Crackdown, which, was a cult following and all that. There's a lot of offerings for the general Xbox audience itself.
Yeah, like I have to agree with you. Like I reckon Xbox did better than Sony this year.
Yeah, because the thing I didn't like about Sony was that it didn't really show a great deal. After watching the Sony conference, I was less interested in the order. I was pretty happy about what's that game? Bloodborne.
Yeah,
Bloodborne,
Yeah. I was pretty happy about that part. But then there's a lot of things about a lot of emphasis on what do you call it? Indie games and stuff like that. And I was kind of bored halfway through. It seemed like Sony did a great job in the first half, and then it kind of trailed off the second half, sort of thing.
And they also didn't show much of the Vita range as well. Like,
Yeah, Vita, not a year, no Vita.
yeah,
yeah, like I don't know. With the Sony press conference, I watched it, and like the first half of it, like, cause I didn't know much about Bloodborne, and I didn't know much about the Order, so I was watching all these like video trailers, and all it seemed to me was just like black, just a screen of black. Like,
That's pretty funny because like you watch Nintendo and it's like there is more colors than I thought they existed, and then you go to like Sony and Microsoft, it's like I see black and there's a different shade of black. Is that great? No, it's black.
um, but like even like the kiddie games for Sony weren't even like that bright. So like the kiddie game Little Big Planet Free, it's like that's not even bright. It's just like everything's made out of like material.
Although the Microsoft game exclusive, which is actually making me interested in buying an Xbox now, Sunset Overdrive. I
Yeah.
think?
yes, I watched that. That looked
Yeah. That was
pretty-
colorful. That was like, wow, it feels like magic.
That was, dude, I swear to God, that feels like too colorful. There's just like so much shit happening on screen. But yeah, okay. So like, let's talk about the Xbox press conference then. Yeah, Sunset Overdrive. The trailer is really cool. So I love those games where the main character and stuff is like has a really cool character and like it's like has like tongue-in-cheek humor and stuff.
Yeah.
yeah.
So yeah, I reckon that's really going to carry the game because it reminds me a bit like the Deadpool game, where it's just like jokes nonstop, and the gameplay might not be like super deep, but like it's just fun to play.
Yeah, it looks like a type of game where it doesn't really take itself seriously. It's more like, hey, let's have a party here by killing aliens that's trying to kill us.
But yeah, so
Yeah.
what do you guys think of the gameplay?
I won't start. Someone else can start.
I didn't watch the Xbox conference, so I can't say a word.
I watched a little bit of it, but not enough. Not enough to make a decent comment on it.
Okay, I guess I'll talk about it then. I actually really liked it. It seemed like my type of game to play. Like it seems like a massive arena. You're running around. It kind of seemed like a bit of Jet Grind Radio sort of thing, and part of it kind of reminded me of Tony Hawk's for some reason, like how you
The
seem to be
grinding?
yeah, the grinding.
Yeah.
I'm glad I wasn't the only person to thought Tony Hawk's then, but I don't know. It seems like it's not a game that I'll play single player. It seems like it's kind of doesn't feel like it, but as a multiplayer game, I can really see this game being one of those really fun mayhem games.
Yeah, definitely, man. Like, yeah, I don't know. Like, it's I, from my perspective, I see it as a game that like there's a lot of interactables and stuff inside the
Yeah.
game to like blow up a lot of different zombies and mutants and stuff. But I'm watching it, I'm like, you're just moving around so fast. It's one of those games where instead of planning every move that you make, you just touch every interactable and try to blow up as many dudes as you can as you go.
Yeah, I kind of felt that as well. I'm not sure it was because the guy that was playing it was, just making it seem like that or not, but I kind of got the feeling that it was kind of a bit fast paced, where it's just, what do you call it? Twitch reflex or something?
Yeah, so to me it
Mm.
seemed a bit like sort of like Dead Rising, how there's just like too many dudes and like instead of specifically like focusing on any specific set of zombies, you just like run around and blow as many up as you can.
Yeah, well, I guess because they didn't show a great deal, I'm not sure, there's additional gameplay footage. There might be various different modes, so it could be like, capture the flag or kill specific ones, but I don't know. I'd probably have to look more into it, but yeah, it's alright.
But yeah,
Was this like a completely original game?
Yeah, it's new. I know it's a new IP or not, maybe.
yeah, it's a new IP.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like halfway through the conference, it was halfway through the conference. It was actually yeah, it was like the trailer was good. Like the trailer was much more cooler than the actual gameplay, I feel.
Yeah, I saw the trailer, and that that was pretty awesome.
I liked how it made fun of, like, at the start I thought it was like, oh, there's a soldier, it's kind of dark area and blah, blah, blah. And, like, the trailer itself seemed to make fun of, every Call of Duty Battlefield trailer or something like that.
Yeah, and then this guy just breaks in. He's like, "Oh yeah, I'm time to mess shit up," and he just runs across the building and like kills everyone.
Pretty much like Matrix style.
Yeah, like talk, man, the latest Call of Duty game, Call of Duty Advanced Warfare.
Mm.
Is that what it's called?
Oh
That's
man.
literally what it's called, man. It's like we had Call of Duty Modern Warfare, so we got to take it one step further. Call of Duty
Oh,
Advanced Warfare.
What's next? Elite.
I honestly think that that's trying to, Titanfall, that was hyped, everyone plays it, the whole robots and sort of thing. Futuristic shooter game. I think maybe they kind of made this Call of Duty game to kind of capture that sort of fan base with the whole, it's in the future, and there's mech suits and stuff like that.
And I also heard something about that this game was meant to go back to their roots as well.
No, it could be alright, but I've never been much of a Call of Duty person myself.
Yeah, neither am I.
I think
Fam.
I think like I totally get first-person shooters. Like first-person shooters, are just like when you want to play PvP and you just want to run and gun and like run around and shoot shit. But the thing is, like with so many Call of Duty games, everyone got sick of every new Call of Duty game basically playing the same thing. You just have
Mm.
like the best free guns, and you just run around, just like camp and kill everyone with the same free guns. So I think they tried to switch things up and try to make the gameplay a little bit more exciting or different with Advanced Warfare, and so that
Yeah.
they made like the different grenade types, and they made like shit like the sonar or the radar-y sort of thing.
Mm.
And I reckon they know what they need to do. Like they know that they need to change the gameplay, but I still don't reckon Advanced Warfare changes the gameplay enough for people to say, "Oh, this plays like a new game."
Hmm.
So
I don't know. If it's not broken, don't fix it. And Call of Duty's always sold like crazy amount each time, so I think they're going to change a few things, but it's not going to be really, revolutionary and mind blowing. Just a good experience for the core audience.
yeah, But definitely like the graphics look really really good, and it plays at 1080p at 60 frames, so it's like it's really really good, really making use of that next
Hmm.
gen tech.
Nice.
Yeah. So another thing that Xbox really pushed out there was Forza. So
Oh, that, yeah.
yeah, I don't know, Adam, didn't you say that you were a bit of a driving fan, or?
I do play some driving games, but I never actually got into the Forza series. Actually, I was always more of an arcade player.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I didn't really look into that. I look more into Killer Instinct, as you can imagine.
Yeah.
TJ combo.
Yeah, like I was actually pretty impressed by the trailer. There was a few things that was a bit weird, like going back to the history of Killer Instinct. Like TJ Combo on the second one actually had an eye patch, and then all of a sudden he's got both his eyes back. And I always wondered what the like cybernetic eye or something like that. They didn't really elaborate. They did basically say that he wanted to redeem himself, which is cool in the lore point of view. But I'd like to see more of what that character is trying to achieve. And it showed a pretty cool like new gameplay elements that they want to introduce into the season 2, which is pretty cool. But the only way you're going to see the more advanced stuff is to watch maybe Maximilian play, because he did get some exclusive footage which he got to play and kind of elaborate on all the moves and what they want to do with the devs as well.
Yeah, like Killer Instinct. Killer Instinct is, yeah, it's been a pretty successful game. Mainly because there hasn't really been any fighting games on next gen yet. Um,
Yeah.
so yeah, and it's got like some really really good mechanics to it as well. So yeah, so I think it's a pretty good game, and I'm looking forward to seeing how it goes in the near future. But Mortal Kombat 10, Mortal Kombat
Oh
X.
man, that looks pretty good. I can't lie about that. Like, if you wanted to find a really good game that takes use of the next gen graphics, that is the game. That is the game that actually like defines the system.
Yeah. Um, I actually like because um the first trailer that came out, like the first Mortal Kombat X trailer, it came out and it wasn't exactly gameplay footage,
That's
um,
right.
but then yeah, when they released gameplay footage, it actually like looked pretty good. Um,
Wasn't it like few new characters getting released?
yeah, this
That's right.
there were 4 new characters released this weekend, and
Like, I know one was Johnny Cage's daughter.
yes, yes,
Yeah.
I can't believe they finally made her. Um, Johnny
Wow.
Cage finally got it on with Johnny Cage finally got it on with
Sonya?
Sonya Blade. Yeah,
Yeah, that's it.
Oh, nice.
yeah.
It was destined.
It was destined. Like you see him in every game failing to try to get her. And yeah, apparently they popped out a kid, so that's really cool.
After many years, Johnny Cage. Oh man, he
After
succeeded.
20 plus years, congratulations.
Yeah, there's only one thing that I really want her to be able to do. I want her to be able to punch people in the nuts.
Oh, she will.
'Cause- dude, that's all she needs. That's all she needs to be able to do. It's the nut punch. Because that was Johnny Cage's move. He has to pass that forward, and it's much more fitting that a woman does the nut punch than a dude, I reckon.
It's a legacy move. It'll be passed down from cage to cage.
Yeah, totally, man. The nut punch. But yeah, man. Um, but yeah, like looking at both the press conferences, both both consoles really put a big emphasis on indie games. So actually no, before we touch on indie games, um, Halo Master Chief Collection. When they announced that, I reckon every Halo fan in the room just got a massive heart on.
Oh man, I can understand that. From speaking to Halo people in the past, Halo 2 was such a big thing for people. A lot of people wanted Halo 2 to come back in some way. So it was pretty much everything that they all wanted. All the Halo games in one package. 1080, I think it's 1080, 60 frames, dedicated service and all that sort of stuff. That was fantastic for Halo fans.
Yeah, like I know exactly what you mean. Like I have friends of mine that said like Halo 2 was like the best Halo ever, and then the
Yeah.
multiplayer on that. And they even said that they have the Halo 2 games with like the same code.
Hmm?
So like the new Halo 2 would play exactly like it did in the past, and apparently, because like I remember like Halo players talking about something like the BXR, where you have to like press B, then X, and then R, which is like you reload so you use melee attack, then you use reload to cancel your melee attack into a shot.
Oh, these techs.
Yeah, dude, it's like there's advanced techniques in Smash Bros, man.
Yeah,
It
really is.
Yeah, they are. But oh yeah, dude, like about Smash Bros. I heard that in Smash Bros 4 they made it so if you air dash in the air and you air dash towards the ground, you still have recovery frames. I saw that on the Twitter. So basically, what that means is that there's no wave dashing in Smash Bros 4.
Yeah. So if you like shield in the air, apparently all the pro smashers said there's a massive lag when you land.
So they cause an opposite effect if you try.
Yeah. Apparently, that's what they said.
That is understandable considering that the whole wave dash thing was nothing but a physics exploit anyway in the game, not really proper programming. So I can pretty much see why they were taking that out.
Yeah.
But you have to also think that the community, the Smash Melee community, did strive off that, and it did become bigger because it did add an extra element of advanced techniques.
Yeah, that's true. But from what I understand from the creators of Smash themselves, they've always considered it more of a party game sort of thing, even during E3 this year. So I don't think they really wanted wave dashing to be part of that game itself. They didn't really want it to be like, like a virtual fighter and how in depth that was and whatnot.
Yeah, Nintendo wanted to be like more family, like casual friendly, like party game, just like
So
Mario Party. Yeah.
Exactly, yeah. I mean, there's a lot of skills involved in being a pro player in Smash Bros. But I can understand why they took out the wave dashing part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like they purposely went out of their way to say, hey, for all you melee players, like this is like a big fu in the face. It's like as if in Mario Kart 8 they said, oh, if you try to snake, we'll just have you like spin out of control or something. Just like purposely like give you crap or like purposely give you a bad experience or try to doing advanced stuff.
Pretty much, yeah.
It's always good to experience new things, though. So, I loved it, but yeah, some melee people didn't like. They were expecting more wave dashing or canceling. But personally, I liked it because I like to experience new things.
Mm.
Yeah, because I reckon like having a game that has depth and skill to it is good, but you don't want the advantage that players have based upon how well they can do like a really niche set of skills.
Yeah, it's like a fresh new start.
Like yeah.
Pretty much, yeah. It's like mastering, exploits in games itself. Like, those Super Metroid speed runs where it's just, using the bugs of the game to get through it faster and stuff like that.
Yeah. Like with I remember like Super Metroid and stuff. You could like climb up. You can climb up walls if you were in ball form. You can just keep dropping like the bombs, and you can just keep bouncing upwards. And other shit like that. Yeah. So I totally know what you mean. Let's see what else in Xbox. Okay, Xbox. They had a couple other trailers as well. Did you guys get to see the Tomb Raider trailer?
I didn't pay too much attention, but I did watch it, and but I'm not much of a Tomb Raider fan, but it looks pretty good.
Yeah, like I'm pretty sure because like the last Tomb Raider game that came out, that was a reboot of the series. So
Yeah.
I really don't know where this game is going to come into play in regards to all that. Is it like even before the reboot, or because it seemed to be talking about Tomb Raider when she was younger, but yeah.
Yeah, I noticed that. Like when the guy was talking to her, like I'm guessing a flashback sort of thing, or maybe it's a more recent event. It just kind of seemed like this is before the reboot. So it's like, what's going on here?
Oh, so they're doing the Metal Gear Solid.
Yeah, probably.
The Metal Gear Solid. Well, what did you guys think about the Metal Gear Solid trailer, anyways?
Oh, I still haven't watched it.
The Phantom Pain.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about it. I don't even play Metal Gear Solid.
You don't play Metal Gear Solid?
I only play one, and that's Metal Gear Rising. Yeah, I don't think. Yeah, that's not a solid game. Never mind. I only play Metal Gear Rising.
Yeah, I suppose you couldn't resist being like a cybernetic ninja, eh?
Oh man, I always want to be a robot. I mean, it's got a katana as well.
Yeah,
You can't not be awesome like that.
He even
cyborg.
has a pet wolf.
Exactly.
He's got a pet wolf.
Yeah, wolf.
Wow, he's kind of just like Strider.
And he's got fabulous hair.
Yeah. But man, Platinum Games also had like a second game that they revealed this weekend, eh?
Yeah.
Scalebound. You saw? Did you guys see that?
Yeah, that was actually the very first thing I saw on E3 because Platinum Games had a jump on that, and it didn't really show anything. But from what I can see from the like the movie trailer thing, it kind of reminds me of Monster Hunter. I don't know why.
Oh, that yes, that's what
Yeah.
that's what I was. Yeah, now I remember what you guys are talking about. Yeah, I watched that trailer as well, actually, and that's exactly what I thought. I thought it was like a cross between like I don't know, God Eater and Monster Hunter, but I don't know, more next gen because like even the monsters, half of them did look like Monster Hunter enemies, and without saying anything about the game, everyone's going to just assume that's what it is.
Mm.
Yeah.
But it is Platinum Games, so I will eat up anything they throw at me. So see how this one goes.
That's true. Platinum Games like really makes that I don't know, on the edge type action game.
Mm.
Yeah. Dude,
Yeah, I always considered Platinum Games to be that one company where they don't really care a great deal about what's the best way to explain
the
it?
consequences of their games.
Yeah, like they're not really thinking about how can we make the most money and what market are we trying to target and all that sort of stuff. It's more like we're gonna make this really good game that we think sounds fantastic, and we don't care if it sells good or sells bad.
And yeah, so yeah, it looked really cool. But the way the game looked like it was designed, because the main character he had like what a scaly right arm or something, and then he could like transform and shit.
Oh, it's not just his right arm. Yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah. Well, yeah, that's the thing. He can transform, like, I think his whole body even with
Yeah.
some sort of weird armor. Yeah.
And he seemed like he could fight with that dragon as well. So I don't know, maybe he can like call a dragon in or something.
Sorry, what are we talking about? My Skype just got disconnected.
We're talking about Scalebound. It was Platinum Games Scalebound. It was in the Xbox
Right.
Xbox conference, but yeah.
What I-
Sounds amazing though.
What I assume from that game is that judging by how the trailer looks, it seemed like at first he had to fight two of those monsters, and then he seemed to be able to have one of them afterwards as an ally, sort of thing.
Yeah, I noticed that because he was writing it. Yeah.
Yeah. So it seems like there's it's not quite Monster Hunter. It seems to be some new elements into that type of genre itself, but probably will play similar to Monster Hunter.
Yeah.
Mm.
I suppose like one last thing I suppose in the Xbox. Actually, no, there's two last things in the Xbox conference. The Division, Tom Clancy's The Division. It was the one where you guys were in this like post-apocalyptic New York, and you were like it was a third-person shooter with, yeah, it was a third-person shooter. Did you guys remember that one?
To be honest, I think during that conference, I actually went outside for a smoke because I was like, I don't really care about this game.
I don't know.
No.
Yeah, there's just like so many shooters this year.
Yeah.
So many shooters, and they're all like coming out in like October, November. So like
Yeah, it's gonna be huge.
in that 2 months, there's gonna be like 6 or 7 shooters, which it's crazy.
That's gonna be bad for like everyone. It's like, well, there's Halo, so let's not buy these other games till later on, or there's Call of Duty, or I don't know. It'll be interesting to see how it all plays out because all these major shooting games coming out around the same time of the year. So it's
Especially
like,
Pokemon and Bayonetta 2 as well.
yeah.
Oh
So-
wait, but Pokemon's November. Sorry, Smash is October.
But it'll be just weird. It'll be like all these games coming out. Like, I don't know what's gonna happen. This will be like a fist fight here.
A lot of clash.
Yeah.
Like I don't know why. Like as if one company didn't say, hey, let's not be retards and like let's just release our game in like August or something or September. And
Yeah, because I've seen games where they seem pretty cool, but because of the placement of the release, it bombed in sales because some other game just overshadowed it.
Mm.
So it'll be interesting to see, which game is going to be overshadowed or stuff like that.
Yeah. What do you guys think of ACU, Assassin's Creed Unity?
Oh, there's a new one.
Yeah, there's a new one.
Microsoft conference. We're still talking about that.
Yeah.
I actually want to get. I've never really played Assassin's Creed, but after watching a trailer, I kind of want to. And I do like the idea that it's like co-op sort of thing. So
There's a lot of controversy about that as well, because there are a lot of guys are having problems with sexism with that game, because when someone actually asked them why wasn't there a female character that they could play as a multiplayer, their excuse was that
so they don't get tackled.
No, no, it literally was. We just didn't. It would cause us double the work. So it means we'd have to make new animations. We'd have to do that. Yeah, that's really what it was. And a lot of people did not really take that lightly.
Wow, like
they got lazy.
Yeah, literally, and they, yeah,
making hundreds of character models, but like, nah, we can't be bothered making a different type of player too. No, nah, major cuts. What? That's pretty. That's kind of stupid, yeah.
Yeah, and that's why a lot of people like, Ubisoft this E3, they didn't hit it very well at all.
Oh, I didn't even watch it. I only watched like the Sony, Nintendo, Microsoft, but I didn't watch the EA or the Ubisoft one.
Yeah, but Assassin's Creed Unity, like, because I've played a lot of the early Assassin's Creed. I haven't played 3 or 4 yet.
Yeah.
Because it just seemed like the same shit again and again and again.
Yeah.
I don't know, like, okay, Assassin's Creed Unity, like, if you saw the trailer, you could see, like, all the different assassins, they were, like, backing each other up. So, like, one assassin would go in and, like, kill one guard, and then, like, another assassin was, like, had his back by, like, taking out another guard, and then, like, the third one, like, shot a crossbow, and, like, covered for both of them. So, like, that's how I see, how the game is supposed to be played. Like, you and your buddies are all covering for each other in your, like, assassin way. But I don't reckon the game is actually going to play like that. The actual game is going to play like just like you 4 guys all going in like a free for all.
Yeah, I don't like you're saying. Yeah, I think that was just one of the elements that you can do. But whether the actual players actually choose to play like that is another question.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah, you go, Tony.
What I'm hoping for is that what they showed from that trailer, I hope that they try and take advantage of the concepts behind it. Like, you have 4 assassins that have to work together, so you can't be like a just one-man army sort of thing. You have to work together, or else you won't pass levels.
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping for as well. Like, let's say there's like 4 guys in one room, and then you can just like all come in through different windows and assassinate like 4 guys at one time. But like, even then, unless you and your teammates have like voice chat on, no one's going to coordinate that shit.
Yeah.
Someone's going to go in too early, and then like all the guards are going to rush him, and he's going to be like, "What the fuck, guys? You guys didn't have my back."
Oh, man,
I
that's,
swear.
that's such a League of Legends thing.
Yeah, there's gonna be a lot of trolling in that game.
Yeah.
If I get that game, I'll troll everyone. I'll be like, okay, here's the game plan. Then I'll just run off somewhere else. I'll do that every game.
You'll just Leroy in. You're like,
Yeah.
not only do you like take aggro, but you run all the guards into like the target's like room. So now like they're like 20 guards in the target's room.
I'm definitely gonna do that. Thanks for the idea.
Yeah, you'll get slaughtered instantly, but like then the rest of your team's boned.
So why would you do this? I thought it was a fantastic idea in my head.
Yeah. But yeah, so like that's one of those games where like I reckon the multiplayer is not going to play out nearly as epically as the trailer did it. But yeah, as for but like yeah, I suppose like one last thing to touch on before we move on to the Sony press conference. Xbox conference, they didn't talk about like Xbox Connect at all. They realized it was like a dead end, and they just like they didn't even mention the word Connect.
Yeah, I was actually surprised about that.
Yeah.
They
'Cause,
turned it off, didn't they? Like, they quit, like...
I think I can't remember what I read about it, but I think it's more like they'll allow Xbox systems to not require it or something, and because if you don't actually have the Kinect like as part of the Xbox One, it actually offers, I forgot what it was. It actually adds more to the system, so it makes developers have. I can't remember. I'm not much tech.
Actually,
right
yeah,
now.
I know it. So basically, what they did was, before Xbox literally, it wouldn't function if you didn't have the Kinect plugged into it.
Yeah.
But then they patched it so like, hey, you guys can play it without the Kinect. The main reason was because when they took the Kinect out of the Xbox One bundle, it dropped the price by $100, so it's now cheaper than PS4. But then at the
Yeah.
same time, because Xbox One, it reserved like 10% of its processing power
Yep.
to Kinect activities. When they realized, hey, you can unplug your Kinect now, the patch basically said this 10% that you would have held off for your Kinect stuff, you can just put that towards gaming now. So basically, it's freed of its like dead weight Kinect.
I think that would be fantastic for developers, to be honest. It gives them, not as much limit. If they're trying to develop games for the PS4 and the Xbox One multi-platform sort of thing. But I'm not a developer, so I don't know how that's going to go about.
Yeah, an extra 10% power.
It's my final form right here.
This isn't even my final form.
Final form, I increased my power by 10%.
Speaking of developers, you know what I was really disappointed? Who I was really disappointed with?
Yourself?
What was that?
Square, actually, Square.
I was actually thinking that as well.
Because the whole Final Fantasy Type Zero and Argido, I think it's how you pronounce it. That was awesome news. But then it's like, wait, where's your Final Fantasy 15? Where's your Kingdom Hearts 3?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's nothing.
Yeah, they really didn't announce anything except for that Tomb Raider game and that a Jito game, and that's it. And that's what I was thinking. Like when I was thinking about developers that I wasn't like crash hot impressed with, it's Ubisoft and Square.
But I guess with 15, no, I don't know. Maybe with Kingdom Hearts 3, it's more like, well, we just started development, so there's not much we can really show. Final Fantasy 15 is kind of like, well, you guys should be kind of close to finishing the game, so at least give us something. But I guess with the Type Zero, which was a game that a lot of people was after, it was great that they actually announced that for, I think it was next-gen consoles, next-gen consoles, HD remake.
Yeah.
Although I feel kind of bad for the fan translation of Type Zero, though, because that announcement of HD version came out one day after the fan translation came out. So now they can't actually use it. They had to take it all off the internet.
Wow.
Wow.
Gosh.
What a dick move. Like they purposely waited for him to like be finished. And
They
then, like,
knew.
And then like in that one day that there was a public announcement that we're done with the fan translation, they're like, oh shit, let's produce this translation overnight and like send it out. We got to capitalize on this market.
Good times.
Man, the Sony press conference though, like I wasn't too impressed with it because like the Xbox One, like you just had game after game after game after game, but Sony, it kind of fizzled out. There weren't as many like big games announced for Sony. I feel.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Like, there was a bunch of games for the console. Then they seemed to put a lot of emphasis on indie games more than Microsoft, I believe. And then it was kind of like, here's a new Sony TV show, 10 minutes of discussion with no trailer, and here's a white PS4 and stuff like that.
Oh shit, white PS4? oh shit, that's dangerous thinking.
Yeah, exactly.
Can I ask you guys a question? Was Destiny always a multi-platform game?
Oh, it
Yeah,
is.
it was gonna be multi-platform because Destiny is developed by Bungie, and Bungie are the developers of Halo. So
Yeah.
like the fact that it was on the fact that it was on PS4 would definitely mean it's also on Xbox One because Bungie used to be owned by Microsoft. So
Yeah,
it's easy
yeah.
for them to not publish on their own like original platform.
And then when you think about that now, what gives anyone the incentive to buy a PS4 even after watching E3?
Oh, you get to play the Destiny beta a lot earlier on PS4.
Do you get what I'm saying now? It's like they haven't announced anything that's like a system seller. You know what I mean? Still. And that's why I decided to sell my PS4 at launch to my friend, because even now I don't see a game that is like a system seller that compels me to buy the system.
I regret nothing.
The best thing about Sony PlayStation is PlayStation Plus. Like
Yeah.
you get so much free shit on PlayStation Plus just being on PlayStation Plus. It's crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you do.
But like as for like actual games, there's not a lot of like system sellers. I know exactly what you mean.
Yeah.
But yeah, Destiny was a game that I was really excited about earlier on.
Yeah.
But I think Destiny what it's going to end up being is going to be like a cross between WildStar and Borderlands. I think.
Yeah.
So
Actually, oh no, go on. Sorry.
like yeah, I reckon it's going to be like a MMO-ish type game with just like a sort of like a kind of deep character customization tree.
Mm.
Yeah, that's what I reckon.
I just want to ask a question in regard, sorry, in regards to the thing about the PlayStation. If there's no games that you guys feel that is a system seller for the PS4, then what are the system sellers for the Xbox?
Well, like what would have probably like I haven't got an Xbox One yet, but um,
Probably Halo and
Halo's a big
the
one.
new COD.
Mm.
Halo, some people liked it for Dead Rising 3. For me personally, it's just because of my retro side, like I got it for just Kill Instinct pretty much. Yeah, but that's the thing, like even now, like even thinking about that, like there isn't that many exclusives on either console if you think about it.
Because from what I understand from both conferences, right, is that the PS4 still has more exclusive games themselves. So they got the Final Fantasy 15, the Kingdom Hearts 3, they got Uncharted 4 announced. I don't know about some of the games that's out now or coming shortly, but you got your Infamous, you got your standalone DLC for First Light of Infamous, and it seems like Sony, they're really pushing for indie games, and it seems to have a lot of timed exclusives. So they get the first of the indie games that won't come out Xbox One for God knows how many months. And some games like Destiny and whatnot, they'll have timed DLC, so they'll get some exclusive DLC, plus some of the DLC will come out first on the PS4 over the Xbox One. So it makes me wonder, like, there's not many. What sort of reasons would there be for the Xbox One beyond the Halo, the collection, and the racing game as well?
Well, then again, I suppose like there's a big preference on controller as well. Like,
Yeah.
personally, I've played first-person shooters on PS3 and on Xbox 360, and I do like the control scheme on Xbox 360. It plays FPSs a lot better
Yeah.
than PS3's control scheme, I reckon.
I have to agree as well, because with my Xbox 360, like I've always liked the controller itself for certain genres. It seems to do better than Sony's controller.
Especially what I found is fighting games. You see, I'm a gamepad person, and I've been a Sony person pretty much all the way leading up until the Xbox One, only because of Kill Instinct, basically. And when I actually played an Xbox controller for the first time in my life, really, I never got into Xbox One or 360, but when I tried the Xbox One, the D-pad is actually amazing. It gives back that retro feeling that I did when I was playing the Super Nintendo version, like not having that, that little bit of a gap that the PlayStation has.
Mm.
Yeah, it made it so much more seamless.
I was never a big fan of the D-pad on the Xbox, to be honest.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. But yeah, Tony, you talked about PS.
Sorry, it was just funny. It's like, yeah, it's pretty bad.
Like, dude, like the Xbox 360 controller D-pad is really really bad. Like no one will argue that. Like you look at okay, consider older games that are on Xbox 360. How many of them actually use the Xbox 360 D-pad? Like none of them.
Yeah, it's mostly the indie games, but I can't think of any like disc-based game that actually uses it, but yeah.
Like the D-pad on Xbox 360 is basically left for your inventory.
Yeah.
That's all it does. It does your inventory and it does nothing else. And so yeah, um, like you mentioned before, yeah. PlayStation they're releasing DLC, standalone DLC for Infamous. So like you get to play First Light, which is that neon chick.
Mm.
But it's really interesting. They said it's separate DLC, so you can play it just by itself. You don't need to have Infamous Second Son to play it. But if you do have Infamous Second Son, then it plays with more stuff or something. There's bonus
Like
content.
It's a lot like
additional costumes or whatever.
it's a lot like Infamous 2. Uh, Basically, in Infamous 2, there was a massive DLC where it's just like its own little game. So you didn't even need a disc. You just play this side story where you're the same main character, but you have vampire-ish powers and stuff like that. So when I heard that they were announcing this sort of thing, I was like, oh, it's going to be the exact same thing with Infamous 2.
Yeah.
But this time around, like Infamous 2, that DLC, I don't remember it actually adding anything to the Infamous 2 game. So this makes it more interesting to see what will it add if you actually own Infamous Second Sons. What sort of extra features would you get? That sort of thing.
Yeah, like I still haven't played Infamous Second Son yet. Base but like Infamous I felt that um people played it on launch and then like you just never heard about it ever again. Because you remember how like so many people got excited over Infamous Second Son.
Mm.
They played it, like they took days off work and stuff. And then you just never heard about. People just weren't overhyped about it. Like there are a ton of games where people just like keep saying, "Oh man, this is a really really good game," and they told everyone about it. But then Infamous Second Son, just nothing. Um, but yeah,
I noticed a lot of Infamous fans are like that. Like they get really excited for an Infamous game and they play it in their own time. They don't really talk about it, but they're like, it's like, oh yeah, I played that. That's actually amazing. And it's like, why haven't you been talking about it? It's like, I can just keep it to myself. It's an amazing game.
yeah. But but like you compare it to like Smash Bros. It's like when there's like a new trailer for Smash Bros. Like everyone just posts up on Facebook. Oh my god,
Yeah.
new character for Smash Bros. Oh my god, I've got the new Smash Bros. Come over and play it. Shit like that. But like
Yeah.
Infamous is like complete opposite. Oh wow, this is really cool. I better not talk about it.
Keep it to myself.
Yeah.
Then again, I don't think any of us really talks about the single player games that we play. Well, except Xenoblade. We talked
Xenoblade,
about.
yeah, I talked about that a lot.
Yeah.
But yeah, like Tony, you also talked about like PS4 saying that they have a lot of indie games.
Mm.
But I reckon all the like exclusive indie games on PlayStation are just like the really bad ones. Like like okay, because you know how they demoed like Entwined,
Yeah.
which is like those two bird things flying in like two different like columns.
Yeah.
So that was supposed to be like an indie game, like that's exclusive for Sony. But
Mm.
but like those sort of indie games aren't like big indie games. They're not super popular indie games. And the same thing with like, the same thing with what was the same game that really big indie game that Sony made last year?
Journey?
Oh, Journey.
Journey? Yeah, like
Yeah.
so these have like a really cool like artsy type expression to them,
Mm.
but like they're not really system sellers. You're not gonna say, "Hey, I'm gonna buy PlayStation because that's the only place I can play Journey."
It's true.
I think it's more like for me, Xbox 360 is more for the Xbox arcade games and that sort of stuff. So it's like if there is three really good games on the PS4, right, like Kingdom Hearts 3 and Final Fantasy and Infamous, I'll be like, okay, I'll buy that. But if it's like, if only one of those games was there on the system, but there was like 10 really good indie games, like, what's that, not Minecraft, because that was empty in E3, but, 10 other indie games that was like really good that I really wanted to play, I'd be like, yeah, I'll buy it because I got this game plus 10 indie games, so I can see myself playing a lot.
Yeah, I can see what you're saying.
Mm.
What do you guys think about Little Big Planet? Because I don't really play it.
Yeah, never played it before.
Yeah, neither do I. Like, I've got them, but again, it's one of those like games that you can just quickly pick up, play for a bit, but you would never play like 8 hours of Little Big Planet. I can't imagine pretty much anyone doing that. Little Big Planet. It's one of those ones where you're like, maybe like you said, like when you're stressed out and you want to play something to kind of, calm the nerves or whatever. That's probably one of those types of games, one of those cutesy games, so similar to like
Yoshi's
Woolly
Woolly.
World. Yeah.
I think it's got a. I'm pretty happy they actually announced it because that game does have quite a big following, and a lot of people really like making their own levels and that sort of thing. So
Mm.
I felt that it was natural for Sony to actually announce that, and it was a good move on their part because that is going to sell a few more. Like, it's not a system seller, but it's going to sell a few more for people that's trying to find, one or two extra games to buy the system for.
Mm.
Yeah, but if you wanted to make your own levels in a platformer game, why didn't you just make Super Mario levels? Wasn't it Mario Maker?
Yeah,
Oh,
Mario.
Yeah.
Seriously, last night I switched off my brain for the tree house because some of the games I didn't even care about, like the Mario Maker game.
What do you mean, dude? Like, there's gonna be like a huge like community of people who just like make those like bullshit Mario levels.
Finish this level and I'll buy you lunch.
Well, they lied to us. Nintendo lied to us. They were like, "Yeah, we're not going to do any new Mario games.
Oh
Here's
yeah.
Mario Maker."
You make the game. Let's see you do better than us.
They got lazy there. It's like, here, $60. Here you go. In Australia, 120 for Australians.
Here's $60. Here's a dev kit.
Yeah.
Wow, that's actually so true. It's like, oh yeah, we're too lazy to make a new Mario, so we'll give you guys the tools to make the new Mario, and we'll charge you for it as well.
That kind of reminds me of Capcom with the Mega Man Legends 3 like mess.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
It's like,
What Mega Man Legends 3 mess? I just heard that they cancelled it.
oh, that was a huge like long story. But one of the things I remember was that here the fans can be part of the development team. They can contribute to artwork and music and designs and all that sort of stuff. And there's like, no, we cancelled the project. You guys, the fans, should have worked harder. And it's like, oh, thanks Capcom, you're great.
Yeah, Capcom are assholes. Should have got like Mega Man, the face of Capcom. They literally did not use Mega Man in anything properly. But every other company that had the right to use Mega Man apparently did it like so perfectly. So yeah,
Like Nintendo.
yeah.
Specialist Nintendo.
How hard was it to just make a Mega Man with all the moves that he had in the past?
Yeah, I guess Capcom's been really funny these days. But then again, apparently the Dead Rising 3 is it DLC or standalone game? I don't know.
DLC.
Yeah, the really long name. Apparently it's actually really good. So who knows if Capcom is
Yeah.
starting to go the right way.
It was like, what was it like? It was Dead Rising 3 Ultra Super something something EX Alpha something something edition.
I'm gonna find the name now. So we're gonna. What is it called? I'm gonna find it now for you guys.
We'll name the podcast that GLN Podcast Super EX Ultra blah 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 edition.
Oh, here we go. So it was called the Super Ultra Dead Rising 3 Arcade Remix Hyper Edition EX Plus Alpha.
Amazing.
Seriously, that was my favorite part of the Microsoft conference when they were like, "This is the game's title."
but literally the trailer for it only went for like 40 seconds though.
Yeah.
It was so good. I loved it, man.
It was good. It seemed like a more of an arcadey sort of experience, so it was like a different take on Dead Rising 3. So I can see that Xbox One players has some extra stuff to play with.
See, that's literally a system seller for me. Like that pushes me more towards getting Xbox One. Like
A really long title in a game's name.
pretty much. Pretty much.
You're easily missed.
It's really cool, man. It's really funny. Talking about another funny trailer, did you guys see the Magica 2 trailer on at the Sony conference?
Actually, that was really awesome. Actually, I was really surprised and I really liked it.
It's so funny. Like he's like looking for a job. It's like, oh, position available, and then it's like driver's license required. It's like, no.
Well, everyone should know Wizards can't drive. I mean, they just crash everywhere. Although I did feel sorry for the cat though.
Yeah, yeah. Um, but yeah, so like more indie games. Yeah.
Oh, speaking of indie games, there was one game that really impressed me in the Sony conference. It was like my favorite game out of the whole conference. No Man's Sky.
I don't like. Okay, dude. I watched No Man's Sky.
Yeah.
Okay, it started off really weird. It's like you're some dude. You're walking in a jungle, and it looks like you're tripping on acid or something.
Pretty much it.
And like you see like these dinosaurs and shit. I'm like,
Yep.
okay, where's this game going? And then all of a sudden, like you're in a jet and you're flying off into the sky. I'm like, what the fuck? Like literally, literally, that game represented what the fuck to me.
I think it's more of like I don't know. I haven't watched the additional footage and looked through the information or that for some weird reason, but I just really like the idea that it's like a spaceship shooter sort of thing, and it's a very seamless planet hopping sort of thing. So you get off one planet, you're in a dogfight or something, and then you chase them down to another planet very seamlessly and get off and I don't know, maybe get your guns out and start shooting them like man to man sort of thing. So I thought that was actually really cool from what I saw from the that small trailer.
Yeah, like I like the concept of it because they said it's like a procedurally created universe. So it's like a Minecraft world in terms of like it's just like made systematically and stuff. And every player spawns on like a different planet.
Yeah.
So it's like a completely unique experience for everyone. But that makes me think, like, all the people who are like who spawn in planets in like the center of the universe, they've got plenty of people to like interact with. But what happens if you get dicked and like you spawn on like an edge planet and you've got like literally no one around you?
That would be pretty awesome. If I was a developer, I would do that. I'll make sure that everyone has a really bad time playing my game like that. Thanks for waiting for 15 minutes to get to our server. Now you're on a dead planet with no way to get off. Have fun.
Yeah. Or just like find people who who get reported for like harassment and shit online and just like put those people in like a different a different server just full of like assholes and breachers.
That'll be awesome. I'd like that.
But
And
yeah.
just spectator.
Dude, PlayStation Now.
Oh, what was that again? I forgot what that was.
So PlayStation Now.
That's a bad sign so far that I forgot about it.
So PlayStation Now is video game streaming service. So what it basically is, like cause PlayStation they bought up a company last year. I forget what the name. It was like Kaiju or something. Like it was something Japanese.
Kaiju.
We'll call it Japanese YouTube.
It's more like Japanese Twitch.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, so basically what happens is so imagine if you didn't have a video game console, but you had a really good internet connection, and the server had like a really good console. So basically, what PlayStation Now is there's a console or there's a really big server up in like Sony headquarters or somewhere, and then basically you connect to that, and then that does all the video processing and stuff, and so and then you stream that. So all you see on your TV screen is the video outputting, but you don't need like a console or a processor on your side. So basically, you're playing on someone else's PlayStation. You're playing on like the PlayStation at headquarters, and all the video and stuff is being streamed down to your TV. That's
pretty cool.
Yeah. The biggest problem with it is going to be like input lag.
That's what I was thinking. Input lag, yeah.
Yeah. So, and that like PlayStation Now links into PlayStation TV, which is
Isn't that for Vita?
No. PlayStation TV is this little box that's supposed to plug into your TV, and it allows you to use the PlayStation Now service, which basically is, yeah, you rent games and then you just play it through the internet. You stream.
Oh, wait. No,
I think
you go on because I think you're going to say the exact same thing I'm going to say. Actually,
it does play video games. Yeah, it does play video games. The
Yeah, 'cause-
PlayStation.
Okay, I'll go this time. Is it like Adam? Remember when we talked about that little device that
Yeah.
we're going to be like, we don't need a Vita, we just get
Yeah.
the Vita TV because it
That's
plays, download the games and just play it like as if console sort of thing.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's what my housemate was saying. So I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, cool.
that's what it does. It might have that opportunity, like that service as well, but one of the core functions, and that's one of the reasons why I actually wanted it, is the ability to even like put the actual video games into this and just play it off your TV.
Mm. So you put all 3 Vita games onto it.
Oh,
Yeah, so you
it
can
comes-
download games as well
It
from the
comes with an
PlayStation.
8 GB memory card. Ooh.
Oh, isn't it expandable?
Yeah, it is.
Oh, thank God! I was about to say that'll be like, we're not Nintendo here.
Yeah.
Isn't 8 GB like
Nothing. Yes.
2 or 3 games?
It's not even
Or
8 games
less?
now. Like
Yeah.
one PS4 game isn't even going to be storable on like 8 gigs.
Yeah. Wow.
Well, that's the thing. Like, you don't plan to obviously store anything on there. If it's actually going to be streaming, you won't need to really store much. The thing that it's going to be mainly used for is for video games, which will most likely be the cartridge, but you can obviously download video games. PlayStation 1 and PSP games as well. You'll be able to play all of them on this device as well.
Wow, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
What I don't understand though is like if you already have a PlayStation 3, you can just get those PlayStation 3 games, like those PlayStation 1 games on your PS3.
Yeah, but you still can't play PSP games on your TV except by using like an older PSP and connecting it with a component cable. That's like the only way. But so it's like to give that opportunity to play some of those old ancient, handheld games, as well as even the newer ones. Like I wouldn't mind playing like Soul Sacrifice Delta on a TV environment as opposed to a handheld environment.
Nah, but then you can't play it on the toilet, which is stupid.
Well, you just take it out and start heading in there.
Just live in the toilet.
No, dude, seriously, that's the one main benefit of having a handheld is that you can play it on the toilet.
I thought that's what the 3DS was for.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I feel it's.
So for the same time, I don't know.
I don't feel comfortable pulling out my stylus when I'm on the toilet. Anyways, Ratchet and Clank movie.
There's a movie about it?
They're gonna make.
Yeah.
They're gonna make a Ratchet and Clank movie.
Live action?
It's not live action. It's animated.
Yeah, it is animated, so it's
Yeah.
not too bad.
So think of like Pixar or something type.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know, they're doing the exact same thing for Sonic as well.
They've
Oh,
done.
yeah, I heard about that.
Yes,
Well,
but this is
okay.
weird. It's going to be a CGI/live action.
What?
Yeah, I don't know what's going on there.
Is it gonna be like Sonic 06?
Oh, God.
I think it's going to be based off the Sonic Boom,
Sonic,
whatever game.
Fucking Sonic Boom.
Oh.
No. This is actually interesting. Apparently, from the people that's actually played, I think the 3DS version, it's actually a really solid good game. So I was like, is this Sonic Cycle or what? I don't know.
Yeah, but he looks really lame though.
Yeah, the character design actually does look atrocious.
Especially Knuckles.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
You just got super
Ugh.
fast.
He's on roids, man.
Like,
he's skipped leg day.
Yeah, he did.
Too true.
He's pretty much a poster child of what happens if you skip legs day. You
Yeah.
become that.
but yeah, apparently they're finally making GTA 5 for next gen. Took them long enough.
I'm probably gonna get. I'm probably gonna get the PC version just because of that extra ability that someone will be able to mod it and give more customization for an already pretty awesome game for some people anyway.
That's an annoying thing though. Like I can't help but feel that GTA 5 purposely only released their like last gen versions just so we get a ton of people buying them, and like they spaced out just long enough to a point where people could possibly buy new ones again.
Well, that. Not only that was a smart idea, it also saves a lot on piracy as well. So imagine there was a PC version, I can assume that a lot of these people would be trying to go and pirate it, right? But since it was only released on the consoles, it's not exactly an easy method to pirate it onto a console. So they're probably like, screw it, I'm just going to get on the console. Because of the hype of everyone else as well.
That's actually a really good point. Wow, that's a really good point.
Yeah.
Plus, to add to that as well, from a business perspective, like if you release it on, Xbox 360 and PS3, right, a game like GTA 5, like 6 months down the track, you can definitely resell the game on a PS4 and an Xbox One, and people will be like, next gen, I'm gonna buy it because it's remastered, blah blah blah.
It's not even remastered though. It's basically the graphics are just a little bit deeper, so you can just a little bit more shit is pre-rendered.
Yeah, people would actually do that, like buy a game like that for something like GTA 5, which is weird.
I'm buying it for, what's it, Last of Us Remastered?
See,
I'm buying...
I'm in a good position because I actually don't own Last of Us or GTA 5, so it's
Oh.
like,
Yeah, I haven't bought either of them yet. I'm just waiting for them to come up on PlayStation Plus, and then I'll just play them for free. Dude, PlayStation Plus is the best, man. It's only like what 20. Oh, it's not even like $20 a month, and you just get so many free games.
You get
Yeah.
like free game every fortnight or something, don't you?
Yeah.
No, it doesn't change every month.
Every
Yeah,
month.
changes every month, and like last month I got Uncharted free. I haven't even played Uncharted 1 or 2, but like I picked up Uncharted 1 and 2 for like $12 each, and then I downloaded in Uncharted free, and I'll play it like maybe in 6 months' time. But yeah, talking about Uncharted, man, that was a perfect segue. Um, Uncharted 4, man,
They didn't show much, obviously. They're just basically... This is what the type of things I hate about E3, is where they show a small teaser and they don't say anything about the game.
Yeah.
That's like one
Isn't
of
that-
the biggest no-nos in E3. They should not even be allowed to do that.
Isn't that what's supposed to get people, hyped and guessing and all that sort of stuff?
But what? You're hyped about a CGI trailer. That's
Yeah,
it.
exactly. It's like there's a new Uncharted game, and this is a small glimpse of what it's going to be. What could it be about?
the
Look at
only,
Nathan Drake. Everyone just goes crazy from a small teaser like that.
Uh,
the only thing that really impressed me about that trailer, I think it said at the beginning of it, it said that it was all in-game footage.
was it?
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Oh.
the graphics on it was really really good. So that's what impressed me more. The fact that it said actual in-game footage, and it like looked really good. Like it looked like CGI trailer, but it's actually if it's in-game footage, then yeah, it's the game's going to look really really good.
Wow.
Reminds me a lot of Final Fantasy 15. How like I couldn't really tell between cutscene to gameplay footage.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because you barely played any game.
Pretty much.
Um, but yeah, so that actually one more thing, Arkham
Mm.
Knights. Like, cause like, dude, I'm a real big fan of the Arkham series. I don't know about you guys.
Yeah.
But Arkham Knights looks really really good. Um, the gameplay, the gameplay has been like fine tuned a little bit. Like you get the Batmobile as well as the combat. There was a few little bits that they like improved on that. So yeah, Arkham Knight looks really really good.
I didn't get around to playing Origin, so I don't know if this is actually a new thing or not. But I like the idea of using a vehicle.
Yeah, that's a new thing.
Oh, sweet.
But did you see like the vehicle sections? How it was playing? It like had this weird little strafe thing. It had like a little hop type thing it could do.
I'll be honest. I actually went outside for a smoke during that. I didn't realize Batman was going to be on next, and I went for a smoke, and then I was playing with my phone, and then when I come back, it's like near the end of it, and I was like, ah.
What have I done?
Yeah. I still haven't chased up after it because of like Nintendo going crazy.
Yeah. But yeah, so it's like, yeah. So I'm really excited to see where that goes. Yeah. To me, it looked really awesome, man. Like it's a great game for supposedly the trilogy, because Arkham Origins wasn't made by the same team that did the other Arkham games.
Yeah.
That was made by Warner Brothers Studios. Rocksteady made all the original Arkham games, and so this is supposed to be like the the trilogy ender, and it's supposed to be
Mhm.
really good. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to that. Um, so that's pretty much it for the big free conferences. Um,
There's one other thing that you might have didn't overlook is the amiibo thing.
oh, fucking amiibo thing. Okay, what
Oh,
do you?
right.
Oh god, we have to talk about that.
Yeah, let's talk about the amiibo thing.
Yeah.
Adam, what do you think about the amiibo thing?
Well, I don't know how. The thing is, like the way they're going to use it for Smash Brothers, I'm not very happy about. Like, you can't actually play the character that you use by using that figure. Basically, the amiibo thing is where it's like a Skylander Disney Infinity figure that you place onto the Wii gamepad, and it kind of has a two-way communication between that and the game. And it's going to be supported within like multiple games. And they've already announced some of the games it's going to be announced for, such as like Mario Party 10, and also they're going to patch it in with Mario Kart 8 as well.
Oh, nice.
So the idea of that they'll be able to say, imagine they had like Link. And Link was never a character in a Mario Kart game, but you've got this figure that can be used in multiple Nintendo games. You see, so if you put it on, hey, Mario Kart, maybe you can play as Link on your Mario Kart game and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I think they're trying to capitalize on the success that that Disney Infinity and Skylanders is getting at the moment, but they're actually going one step further by actually making this compatible for multiple of their games. So those that have paid for it once will be able to use that particular character in different ways in all these other franchises.
Yeah, I think the gimmick is going to sell. All right, okay. I reckon everyone who's going to get like Mario Kart or Smash Bros, they're all gonna fall for the gimmick and buy one amiibo, and then they're just going to never buy any more amiibos ever again.
That's probably what I was planning to do. I'll just get one Mario and I'm done.
Yeah.
Or maybe Pikachu, because Pokemon, I guess.
Yeah, and plus, but the figures themselves, they do look pretty cool. Remember, you can't always display them. You see,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
into the whole like Disney Infinity stuff myself, and the whole Marvel. That's probably one of the things that was briefly discussed upon at E3 was the Disney Infinity 2.0, where they got the Marvel characters in there as well, and they got some of the writers from Marvel help write some of the story elements for that game. So that's gonna be pretty cool as well. But on a side note, basically I think it's that sort of collector's thing as well, because these are going to be certain like limited editions as well, I assume.
That is true. Like I have spoken to people that like work at EB Games and stuff, and like they currently do have like little figurines, like the Super Mario Bros. Figurines and shit. So there are people that like come in and buy tons of those.
Yeah, and then can you imagine how they could promote getting a figurine that you can actually bring to life, basically, and then you can use it on multiple games, and it's just one figurine,
Yeah, but at the same time, like they're probably gonna sell them in like random packs, so you don't know what you're gonna get, and that might get a little bit.
Oh man, I hope they don't do that, because that's one of the things that a lot of people hate about Disney Infinity. Is there's these things called power discs, which is basically power-ups for your character in-game that you can get, and it's completely random. You're basically getting a booster pack for these kind of things, and it's just completely random, and if you're going to get something like that for figures, man, that's not going to sell well.
Yeah, but
Random probably doesn't work with figures, I guess.
Yeah, it really doesn't.
Well, no, like the current Super Mario Bros. Ones, they are random, but you can field them through the pack. So, that's what you do. Like legit, I was chatting with one of the workers at an EB Games, and they're like, well, if someone comes to me and asks they're looking for a specific figurine, they'll be like, oh yeah, I know which ones they are because they felt them up and stuff. So so they can pick them out with pretty high accuracy. So yeah, it's pretty possible. So as for the whole amiibo thing, I reckon like just wait it out and see, like all the people will eventually decide which Smash Bros amiibo is going to be the highest tier character, and then everyone's going to buy that one character.
I hope it's not like super expensive as well, for like
That's actually a good point. Yeah.
especially for collectors, like since there's gonna be like 40 plus characters, and Nintendo said there's gonna be like all character figurines. So if it's like, let's say, $20 each, and if you want all 40, that's gonna be like $800.
Yeah.
I hate to break it to you, but I think it's been announced that it'll be $20 per figurine.
Oh.
Whoa, nah, that's not gonna sell.
I'll probably
So-
just get one or two, and I'm done.
Yeah. Just get one. Get like your Mario or your Luigi main one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get like one for Smash Bros, which is the actual like one that you like.
Like,
Yeah.
I think mainly everyone's gonna get Mario, Link, or Pikachu, since like each franchise has like a huge game. Like for Link,
Yeah.
Hyrule Warriors, whatever,
Yeah.
Legend of Zelda, Pokemon, who knows?
I can see Kirby doing well as well.
Oh yeah, Kirby as
And,
well.
and Samus, obviously.
Yeah, Metroid, yeah.
But
And
like,
you know, speaking of which, you know what really bugs me from Nintendo?
But they didn't announce that.
They didn't announce any Metroid game. What the hell?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's another thing actually. Why hasn't Namco announced any Konami or Namco announced any like Castlevania games as well?
That's never been much of a seller.
Yeah, but I'm just surprised they
Oh.
they usually bring out one at least a year. I was just surprised they
yeah,
didn't
they
say.
had Castlevania Lord of Shadows 2 or something like 2 months ago.
2 months ago.
Oh, there was a huge thing about that actually.
Lol.
Yeah.
What do you know, Tony?
I try and remember most of what I know, but you know how that game wasn't so good.
I didn't play it, but it probably wasn't good.
Yeah, apparently Mercury Stream they were pretty cool in the beginning of the company, but when they started doing Lord of Shadows 2, they were just horrible to work for. People were quitting. There was all sorts of development hell problems happening here, and well, not development hell, but hellish things happening. And I don't think Konami was actually happy about the production of Lord of Shadows 2, and a lot of people just quit that company.
Yep. Well,
Sad for them.
look after your people. That's
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All I can say is I'm not seeing Castlevania from Mercury Stream anytime soon.
Yeah. Castlevania is going to be the next Mega Man.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
Yeah. And then whoever made Castlevania is going to have to like start their own Kickstarter.
I was surprised about no Devil May Cry actually.
Maybe they're still feeling salty for DMC.
Yeah, they didn't really like Ninja Theory after that.
But yeah. So Amiibo, it really depends on pricing, I reckon. If it's going to be like, because aren't figurines like $12 at the moment? So the fact that this is going to have to be more expensive than a regular figurine, I would have said the right price would have been like $15, I'd say. That would have been enough for collectors to buy a ton of them. And
That's exactly what how much figurines approximately sell for on Disney Infinity. They're about $17 Australian, and I think that's actually a really good price for them. Like that's
yeah, just under $20, I reckon it's about right.
yeah.
But yeah, if they're gonna be like 20 or more, then like nah, that's gonna crash and burn pretty hard.
Mm.
But yeah, any other games that you guys want to talk about? Did you guys want to talk about Just Dance or?
Oh, I got a game. I got a game. Minecraft.
Ugh.
What about Minecraft?
Seriously, in that Sony conference, was there any need to make a big announcement for Minecraft, the game you play on your PC, and virtually every device you have now on PS? I don't know. I kind of went for a smoke halfway through that.
Dude, did you actually watch any of these videos? Sounds like you were out smoking for like a whole hour and 40 minutes.
Well, when you think about it, Minecraft. I forgot the first one I said, but I wasn't really interested in that one. Batman was an accident. That was an accident. Didn't mean to do that. But anyone would go for a smoke, even if they don't smoke, if they were like, Sony's got a huge announcement. It's Minecraft, the game that's like 8 years old, and you've played to death anyway.
Is it 80 years old now?
I'm assuming, I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh.
But you know what's funny though? Apparently in the E3 booth for Minecraft, like, it was empty. No one was actually playing anything there.
Oh well, sad.
Yeah.
The hype
had
is gone now, though.
Yeah. Well, Minecraft. Yeah, no, I think everyone just moved on from Minecraft. There's just too much shit at the end, like in
Yeah.
Minecraft. Everyone like couldn't be bothered like learning how all this shit worked again.
Yeah.
But yeah. That's pretty much all I wanted. Actually, no, there's a couple things I want to talk about from the EA press conference, but I don't know if you guys watched them. I haven't played Dragon Age, so I won't talk about Dragon Age Inquisition. Although that looked pretty good. The next Mass Effect game, that was talked about.
Yeah.
It was super vague, but all you saw were like a couple of levels and a couple of like character designs, and the graphics looks really good. So I'm really expecting something really good from Mass Effect. They had a the crowd had a massive hard-on for The Sims.
Serious?
Yeah, dude. Like when at the EA press conference they talked about The Sims, and then like the crowd went crazy. But I suppose it was just like older girls like screaming out and shit.
Oh my god!
Oh, that's actually reminds me of Smash Brothers.
The Mega Man Final Smash?
Yeah.
Yes.
That was huge. Like,
And then afterwards, when they're voting the character that they wanted, like it was just a sea of pictures of Mega Man, and I was like, "This is glorious. I can die now because it's the most beautiful thing in life."
Yeah.
I reckon that Mega Man is going to get like the X costume and all those other costumes as well. I reckon.
or DLC.
No, not even DLC. No, I think it'll be at launch, dude.
Like a secret costume.
No, like-
No, not even secret. Not even secret.
There's a lot of alternate costumes in the game, so
Yeah.
it could be.
Yeah, that is true.
But I don't think the character models would like fit in, because like the Mega Man that they've got right now is like you're not like like not as slim as like the other Mega Man models. Like if you compare it to like X or Volnut or any of the other like Mega Man, he's like that Mega Man is kind of fat.
Yeah, it's a lot like Sonic the Hedgehog. You got the original one. He's a lot shorter. He's chubby and stuff like that. Then you got like the Sonic Adventures design, and it's taller, sleeker, thinner. So X design is a lot taller and sleeker and thinner. The character model will just be weird.
Yeah.
But then again, they might adjust its properties to make compensate for that. You know,
It's a bit too much work.
I don't know. You never know.
Well,
Plus, when you think about like all his abilities and all that is from the original Mega Man, so it's like, oh no, we have to give him like X abilities or something like that.
That's true. Yeah. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, like I don't think it's going to happen. One last thing that I wanted to talk about. This is the final game I want to talk about.
Yep.
Is at the EA conference, UFC.
You're talking about Bruce Lee?
Yeah, you can play as
Yeah.
fucking Bruce Lee.
Bruce Lee.
Yeah, a lot
Yeah.
of people didn't like that idea. Actually, now that I think about it.
It's
There's a bit of a-
Asian. Because if you're Asian, why would you not like playing as fucking Bruce Lee?
Because I don't think anyone would like to like the idea of like having a dead guy versus people in the UFC, like legends, and like who would want Bruce Lee to lose?
That is true.
That's why
yeah.
you don't lose. You just play Bruce Lee.
Just win.
And you win.
Funny enough, Adam. There was a trailer that was announcing that Bruce Lee add-on, like I think it was a month ago or a number of weeks ago before E3 even came about. And then like you just look at the comments on the YouTube and it's like, this is bad because they're just milking Bruce Lee's name and blah blah blah. So I don't know what to say about that.
Well, Bruce.
Yeah, I'd
Bruce
be
Lee's
curious to
family
see.
is definitely getting money for using Bruce Lee's name, so it's not like they're milking it for free.
Mm.
Yeah. But anyways, that's pretty much all I wanted to talk about, and this podcast has gone on for super long. So anything
Wait.
else?
Oh wow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's gone for
Probably about an hour and a half after we
Yeah.
cut off a bit. Yeah.
Anyways, shit. Is there anything that you guys want to talk about before we finish up?
Besides how bad Square is this year, what has Capcom done besides Dead Rising?
They showed off Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate as well.
Oh yeah.
That's early 2015.
Yeah, that's right. And that's it, actually. I can't think of anything else that Capcom's doing.
I do have one thing to add. I'm glad that Square has kind of half listened to our request.
As in,
Oh, they're now releasing a Final Fantasy VII game. It's a mobile game where you play as the bike mini game or whatever. That's fantastic, Square. Thanks a lot, you douchebags.
I don't even know what that is.
Are you serious? Did that actually mean they're gonna release a Final Fantasy VII bike game?
Yeah, they made some Final Fantasy VII announcement. It's like, remember that mini game you played in the original
Yeah.
game? You're gonna have that instead of a remake of the whole game
Wow.
on your mobile phone.
That'd be like,
Oh
hey,
man.
remember
Wow.
Chrono Trigger? You can play that one level where you're racing a guy in the future
Yeah.
Yeah,
as a whole game.
I love you, Square. You're no, I don't actually. They're horrible, horrible people.
And they're what? They're probably charging like $12 for it as well.
Probably some premium price of $95.95 on iTunes for
Oh my
5
gosh.
minutes.
5
Plus lots of DLC. You had to pay like $5 a pop.
It's just color changes. That's it.
Oh yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
Can't wait.
All right then. So overall feelings. Who do you think came out on top this year for E3?
Nintendo.
Nintendo for me too.
I'll say Nintendo just a little bit.
Uh,
All three did fantastic and really close, despite Sony's second half, but Nintendo came out a little bit on top.
I'm going to like just go on a bit of a tangent here. I do
Blasphemy.
I do like Nintendo. I do like Nintendo stuff. I think Nintendo and Xbox are very, very close in my opinion. But I think Xbox just slightly got ahead this time. Just because I reckon that there was a lot of good announcements on a lot of good games and IP. Whereas Nintendo was kind of like just re-releasing same IP stuff that we already pretty much knew about. And Sony was crap.
Yeah, I won't fault you for that. Microsoft did a fantastic job. That is pretty much their conference is what's going to sell more Xbox One systems
Yeah.
compared to Sony's. Here's the order, and it looks like QuickTime Event the game.
Yeah, dude, like I said, Sony's press conference is just like black. It was like the order was just like black screen, and then it was like, what was it? And then it was,
I've never been so put off a game before until I saw the order. I was actually thinking the order was going to be like one of the games I wanted to get the PS4 for from last year, and then I watched this year, and it's like, oh, it's a cinematic. Wait, no, you're actually playing the game? Oh, you pushed a button. Great.
yeah, and it didn't look like he was actually like killing that weird zombie werewolf thing. He was just getting slapped around, and then yeah, just nothing happened at the end.
Yeah, it looks like he didn't do anything, and every time he shot him, like,
He did
even,
nothing.
yeah, it's like, well, so, is this a game where you just die in a really embarrassing way? Is he gonna, like, grab my underwear from behind me and give me a wedgie? I don't know what's going on.
All right. Well, shit, that's hilarious. Anyways, I think it's about time we wrap that up then. So, 3-1, you guys reckon Nintendo won out? So, Nintendo
Yeah.
won out. Also,
Actually, I got a question for everyone then. What is the one game from what we've seen in E3 that you're most excited about?
okay,
Xenoblade Chronicles X.
well, so audience out there, the like maybe 2 or 3 of you guys are actually listening to this, and the one guy who's still listening to this.
Mhm.
What was the game that really got you excited over E3? Please post that in the comment section below. Also, please subscribe and like us on Facebook. All of that stuff is in the description. I am Jason. I've been joined by Tony,
Hey.
Adem,
Take it easy.
and Toki.
Sup and
And-
goodbye.
This is GLN podcast number 1. Closing off. Thanks for watching, guys, and we'll catch you guys next time.
See ya, Space Cowboy.